Once upon a time, nestled deep within the gentle heart of an ancient forest, there lived a little bird. She was not grand or loud, nor did she dazzle with exotic songs or rare feathers. But there was a quiet light about her, a softness in her eyes, a kindness in her spirit that made even the trees lean closer to hear her hum. Her feathers shimmered like sunlight on still water, golden, warm, and full of life. Everyone who saw her said she looked like a flying piece of the morning sun. She fluttered gently through the trees, always helping, always smiling. But the little bird carried with her a strange habit, a habit that none could quite understand. Every day, without fail, the little bird would gather smooth, flat stones from the forest floor. She would find a quiet place beneath the whispering trees, and using the sharp tip of her beak, she would carefully scratch words onto them. Just a few. Enough to remember what she felt. When she felt joyful, she wrote it down. When she felt pain, she carved it too. Loneliness, wonder, fear, love, no feeling was too small. Every moment matters, she would chirp to herself, good or bad. They are all part of my story. Each stone was precious to her, like a page in a diary. And after writing, she would gently tuck it into a small cloth bag slung over her back, a pouch she called her bag of memories. In the beginning, the bag was light and the journey sweet. She would soar high, dancing with the clouds, laughing as she glided from tree to tree. The stones clinked softly behind her like wind chimes, and her heart felt full. Someday, she thought, these memories will help me remember how far I've come. But as the days turned into weeks, and weeks into seasons, the stones piled up. What began as a handful became dozens, then hundreds. The bag grew heavier. Her wings began to ache. Her flights became slower, lower. But still, she kept adding. One for every smile, one for every tear, one for every word never spoken, every dream not chased, every fear unhealed. Still, she did not stop. One crisp autumn afternoon, as golden leaves floated gently down, a wise old owl spotted her struggling against the breeze. Her wings trembled. Her flight was wobbly. She looked tired, so very tired. "Little bird," the owl called softly from a nearby branch, "why do you carry such a heavy load?" The bird smiled gently, though her breath was short. "It holds my life," she said. "All my memories. Every joy. Every pain. I don't want to forget who I am." The owl, with his deep, ancient eyes, nodded with understanding. Then, with a voice as smooth as the wind through leaves, he asked, "But do you still live in today? Or are you flying with yesterday on your back?" The little bird blinked. She had no answer. She flew on in silence, but her wings drooped and her heart grew heavier. Days passed, then weeks. Her bag now dragged against her tail feathers. She could no longer soar. She could barely lift herself from the ground. Each step, each flap, felt like a mountain. Still, she clung to her bag, believing she had to. Then, one rainy evening, the sky wept and the trees swayed with sorrow. A storm rolled through the forest. The little bird, trying to escape the rising winds, spread her aching wings and leapt. But the bag, bloated with stones, pulled her down. She fell, not far, but hard. She crashed into the soaked earth below. There she lay, feathers damp, chest rising slowly. Not because she was weak, but because the weight of her past had finally broken her flight. Moments later, the rain stopped. The owl arrived. He stood beside her, silent for a time. Then he lowered his head and whispered, "Memories are meant to guide you, little one, not bury you. You tried to carry every piece of your past and forgot how to live. You are not the sum of every sorrow you've survived." His words were like sunlight breaking through clouds. And for the first time, the little bird saw what she had become, a prisoner of her own memories. She had been so afraid to let go of the past, she had forgotten to make space for new joys, for new skies. With trembling wings, she untied the bag. One by one, she took out the stones and laid them gently on the ground. Some she kissed, some she wept over, others she simply released. And as she did, she grew lighter. A golden beam of sunlight slipped through the clouds and landed on her back. She looked up, stretched her wings, and felt the wind welcome her again. She rose. Slowly, gently, but higher than she had in a long time. The moral of the story: we are all a bit like the little bird. We carry our memories, every smile, every scar, every word we wish we'd said. We fill our hearts with joys and wounds alike. But sometimes, we forget, the past is not meant to be our prison. It is meant to be our teacher. We can't fly toward tomorrow if we're chained to yesterday. Let go of what no longer serves you. Release the stones that weigh down your spirit. Forgive, heal, fly again. Live with a light heart. Be grateful for the lessons, not burdened by them. Be kind to others and to yourself, and most of all, fly today. Thanks for watching. If this story inspire or motivate you, please do like the video, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing and eye-opening video like this.